Hi, this is Bart Schwartz. I run Industrial Channel Research. In this short video, I'm going to explain how the ICR program works at a high level. Industrial Channel Research supports industrial manufacturers in obtaining insights about their markets and feedback about themselves from distributors, end users, OEMs, and the manufacturer's employees. We do this in a manner the manufacturer cannot duplicate on its own. There are three main benefits to the ICR program versus other approaches such as doing this yourself or hiring an outside firm to do it. First, we get you feedback and insights from respondents who could interact with your company but do not. Secondly, we're able to conduct comparisons between companies. And third, the program comes at a low cost. As of the time of this video, we have about 30 different brands participating in the program. We refer to each of the companies participating in the program as a member. In some cases, a member can have more than one brand. Before a survey goes out, each of our members prepares a list of email addresses of people whose opinions interest them. These are typically distributors, end users, and OEMs. ICR takes all the members' lists and consolidates them into a single list of people to invite to the survey. There's usually some overlap, meaning invitees are invited by multiple ICR members. ICR reconciles the duplicates. In 2016, we had over 300,000 people invited to the surveys. ICR creates a single, unique survey link for each invitee, and those links are emailed to the appropriate invitee. Let me explain why this concept is valuable. Let's say this box represents all the contacts that your company, Widgets Inc., has to invite to the survey. Another member of the program has their own list. It has a few of the same names on it that your list has, illustrated by the overlap. They might be a direct competitor, they might not. All the members of our program play in similar markets as they are all industrial manufacturers, so there's typically some overlap. And some portion of the other members list contains contact information of invitees that your company interacts with whose contact information you don't have. And what I mean by interacts with is that they either buy your products and you don't know it, or maybe they're a sales rep for one of your distributors and you just don't happen to have their information. But maybe more interesting than that is that the other members list contains the contact information of people with whom your company could be interacting but aren't. Maybe they buy in your product category, but they haven't heard of you. Or maybe they have heard of you and choose not to do business with you for a specific reason. Insights from this person are very valuable to you, and we're able to obtain their insights from them using the ICR platform. Now multiply this concept by about 30 to account for all the members of the program, and you can see why it is powerful. It gives us a great representation of the broad market. This allows us to ask questions like, which of the following best describes your exposure to Widgets Inc. of people who buy in Widgets product categories? The answer gives you a pretty accurate view of how the market sees your company, and you can use the information to take potential actions like increasing marketing activities. If you tried to understand the market's view by just using only your own list of contacts, it would be artificially biased towards respondents who know you and like you. There are unlimited questions we can ask of the market. This example shows more of a non-brand specific research question that is trying to assess exposure to balancing technology of a group of respondents who should be exposed to it. You might ask a question like this if you're trying to understand if the knowledge and usage of a technology in which you are invested is growing and whether you need to take action to educate the marketplace more effectively. However, there are other questions for which we only want feedback from people who know your company. For example, we might ask the question of people who choose to evaluate you on a scale of 1 to 5, how well does Widgets Inc. do getting product to you quickly after you order? So maybe you average a 3.65. The average for all the other members of the program was 3.9 for the same question, which put you in the 35th percentile, meaning you were only above 35% of other companies. Most were above you. We might also ask the question, on a scale of 1 to 5, how effective and frequent are Widget Inc.'s marketing programs? Well, maybe you average 3.65 again, but the average for all the other members of the program was 3.05 for the same question, which put you in the 85th percentile, meaning you were above 85% of the other companies, while a small percentage were above you. The point is that the ICR program facilitates comparison between companies to give you context. In this example, we would likely conclude that your marketing programs are fairly strong, while your delivery speed is below average. If you didn't have the comparisons, you'd likely conclude you were doing about the same on both characteristics, and that would be inaccurate. Those are just examples. We have a whole library of questions to ask on your behalf. They're a mix of questions with specific options along with more open-ended, comment-oriented questions. A small number of the questions we always ask, some you can choose to ask and some you can choose to write for yourself custom. In fact, you could use the ICR platform to conduct a survey that has only completely custom questions based on your specific needs. And while we pride ourselves on writing good questions, that's not really what differentiates us. Our members are smart and most are perfectly capable of running their own surveys. If there aren't, there are plenty of external consultants who could execute a survey for them. What we provide is a unique platform that helps people obtain diverse perspectives and comparisons to other companies. These elements are critical to making solid decisions. One thing I want to mention is that we never share respondent contact information between members, so you may receive feedback or insight from another member's invitees, but you won't see that respondent's contact information. And of course, the reverse is true as well. Contact lists are valuable, and we do not share them between members. Once a survey is complete after a 3-week invitation cycle, you receive a report with a lot of data sliced a number of different ways. The reports tend to be between 100 and 200 pages long. Some of that is appendices, but to make it really easy, we summarize it for you in a short PowerPoint and turn it into more of a story for our debrief sessions where we discuss what the feedback means and what you might want to consider doing about it. So okay, now just a few logistical aspects of the program. The program is currently run around the world in 4 different regions. The timing of each region varies. In North America, we tend to survey distributors and your employees in the spring, with end users and OEMs in the fall. In the rest of the world, we survey all groups in the fall. The survey is currently offered in 13 languages, and we are always up for adding more. As I mentioned up front, one of the benefits of the program is the cost. 2017 pricing is $13,000 per year, per geography, per brand, and in some cases there are small setup fees for whatever custom questions you'd like to have included. But if they fit one of our templates, as most do, they're included at no extra charge. So hopefully what I've given you in this video is a high-level idea behind how the ICR program works and why it's powerful. There's a lot of depth and capabilities which I couldn't get into in such a short video, but I'd love to do that live over a webinar. I hope you'll reach out to schedule one. Well, thanks for listening and learning a little bit about the ICR program.